Yoshi's back today with another video free kick tutorial. Free kicks this year, very effective and can be game changing. They've saved me countless times in some really close games. So we are going to go over the most effective way to shoot free kicks. But please listen. Not every free kick is the same. Not every player that shoots them is the same. Not every angle is the same, so they do vary slightly. We will go over each of the scenarios: shooting from far, shooting on the edge of the box, running set piece plays, shooting when the goalie's moved, left-footed, right-footed, everything. So please make sure you listen. As a reminder, players with the dead ball play style are even better with free kicks, and the line shown will extend further. But honestly, I mostly play with players without it anyways, so it's not too big of a deal. Something you can do at the end of this video is go back, see where I'm putting my line and the power, but I'm going to go over each of the clips, what you need to click to green, call people short, send people on runs, and overall just master free kicks so that you can gritty on your opponents, especially when they're being a rat. But without further ado, let's get into it. To start off, you're going to aim your line in between the third and fourth player in the wall and power between 1 to 2 bars. Left-footed player to the left side of the wall, right-footed player to the right side of the wall. With the shot power, if you have someone with 99 shot power versus 70 shot power, things will obviously vary slightly. This is why we have this range. Typically, I'm aiming on the slightly lower end of things, meaning closer to 1 bar rather than 2 bars, especially when I'm going over the wall. To call players short, click LT or L2 if you're on PlayStation, RB or R1 to pull the second player. In this example, you're going to see right-footed player, third or fourth player in the wall, aim between them, right side, right-footed player, again, said that a few times, puts it into the top bins, 2 bars of power in this example. You're going to see throughout these clips, I'm shooting with various power, so pay attention to that. But here, call 2 players short. LT or L2, RB or R1, depending on your console. This calls both players short. Why do I do this? 1, you can use them as a passing option. You can send them on a run for a passing option, or use them as a decoy. So in this case, I'm going to hold RB or R1, perform a fake shot by clicking BA, or if you're on PlayStation, that's circle X, and Dino is going to run over the ball. So while still holding the bumper, I perform the fake shot. Runs over the ball, and in this example, I'm going to use him as a decoy. Aim between the third and fourth player in the wall, going to power it just about 1 bar, and right as I make contact with the ball, I'm going to click shoot a second time. This will allow us to green time the shot, boost the power and accuracy of it, give us a higher chance of scoring our free kicks. So again, show you guys for good measure here, we're going to call 2 players to the ball. LT or L2, RB or R1, pay attention to the controller in the top corner. This time, I want to send Roberto Carlos rather than Dino, so I'm going to hold LT or L2, perform that fake shot. Make sure you're not too slow with it because you don't want to accidentally shoot or pass. So make sure you click the buttons fast, send him on a run, between the third and fourth player in the wall, just about a bar of power, and right as we make contact with the ball, we click the shoot button a second time. So to green time, just to be clear, power it up once, and then right as your player is about to make contact with the ball, click your shoot button a second time. So as you see, right as we make contact with the ball, I click shoot, green time it, very nice. Now, you're going to see here, we can send more than 1 player on a run. So in this example, we called our 2 players short. I'm first going to hold LT or L2, perform a fake shot, and again, make sure you're not slow with the fake shot. You don't want to accidentally shoot it or pass it, so you need to click the 2 buttons relatively simultaneously. Perform a fake shot. You're going to see Roberto Carlos runs over the ball. Now, I'm going to click my right bumper, and while it's still held down, perform a fake shot here with Dino. My second player runs. We have the ability to pass if we like the angle or where the opponent's standing, but again, I used it as a decoy between the third and fourth player in the wall, 1 bar of power, and we put it into the top bins. Very easy goal. Now, if they move the goalie, typically, this is an inside shot in my opinion. I like to shoot it outside, but if you do shoot it on the inside, I like to aim about a third of the goal away from the post. You're going to see 3 bars of power here, and I green timed it. The key here is I green timed it. You don't need to green time every shot you take, but again, it helps you. If you're too early, you're going to notice that a yellow or red time, which will actually be bad for the shot, so be careful. You might get away with a yellow time just because if your player already has high free kicks, but we don't want that. In this example, I'm going to do a fake decoy run, just as a reminder. Look at the controller just to show you guys, but I'm only going to give it a bar of power. Pay attention to the animation the goalie gets. This is the reason I like green timing. When you green time in this game, in certain scenarios, the goalie will get thrown off. You're going to see the animation he gets, and we put it into that top corner. Nice curl. When I shoot to the far post in these examples, typically I like to add more power, so at least 2 bars. But when I'm going over the wall, I typically go with a little bit less power. That's usually my rule of thumb. Here, about a quarter of the net outside of the post, and these are the shots I like to take more. So a left-footed player on the right side of the field, so that way I can curl it from the outside into that far post. You kind of have the option, depending on where the goalie is, to go over the wall or to the far post. So I prefer lefties on the right, righties on the left. Kind of just depends though, not too big of a deal. You're going to see here again, give it about 2 bars of power. You're going to see quarter of the net from the post. Put it into the top bins with Roberto Carlos. And if you can green time it, that is obviously a bonus. Now, to show you what it looks like with a right-footed player, we're going to go over to the other side of the field. Right-footed player, goalie's moved. You're going to see outside curling shot. We're going to give him about 2 bars of power. About a quarter of the net from that outside post is what I'm looking for. As you're going to see here, puts it into the top corner. Very, very, very easy way to score. Keeps your opponent guessing and just adds another shot for your free kicks into your arsenal. Now, we can call the players short, but if we hold no buttons and we do a fake shot, the original free kick taker will be the player that makes the run. Now, we can make a pass to this player. In my experience, you want to click the pass button a little early so that way the ball goes to the player. 1, before they go off sides, and 2, so that it doesn't pass to the wrong person. So that's from my experience. Again, perform a fake shot after calling players short, because if there's no one else on the free kick, you can't send them on a run. Send them on a run with a fake shot. We're not holding any other buttons. And then look to make the pass. Aim our left stick, our line at him, and try to make the pass early. Creates some really nice chances at times. Keeps your opponent guessing. In this case, the goalie just made a nice save, but you guys get the idea. As you're going to see here, going to do the same thing with Roberto Carlos. And something I want you to pay attention to is when I perform this fake shot, for me personally, when I look at the pass and the way this AI runs over to kind of guard the space, for me, I don't think this is a pass I would actually make in a real game, because you can see the defender is covering it. The AI, they got me, the AI, but you are still able to create nice chances. But overall, this is just a way to keep your opponent guessing and give you different options. You can even make a pass and then make a second pass off of it. You don't have to shoot right away. As you're going to see here, I send Roberto Carlos on a run. I then am going to send Zizou on a run. So I did a decoy run on the first one. Then I sent my main free kick taker on another run. You could actually shoot the ball here with Dino if you would like. But instead, I make this pass short to Hullet. Use both as decoy runs. Lay it off, and you'll have a wide open shot at the top of the box. Here, perform the power shot. Smash it into the post. I get asked about this a lot. When you call players short, I just click LT or L2, and I instantly click pass really fast. And this will lay the ball off. As you're going to see here, lay the ball off to Roberto Carlos, takes a touch, and he's able to just smash it. If I'm like 40 yards away from goal, a lot of the times if it lets you to call multiple players short, I'll just do that and I'll pass the ball really quickly. Something I like to do. Now, a lot of the times people sleep on this one. Your player around the penalty spot will just be standing in a one-on-one scenario. If you just look straight at him and just pass the ball to him, you can take one quick touch and just smash it in. I do this a lot. People are never switching to that player, and it leaves a wide open shot inside of the box. Really, really nice. So as a reminder, aiming between the 3rd and 4th player in the wall. If your player, has super high curve. Some of these players, as we're getting later into the game cycle, have 99 curve and stuff. You can start to aim slightly outside even the fourth player if needed. So, maybe if you're using somebody like Messi who has crazy free kicks, as you see here with Zico, crazy, crazy curve. You can start to aim outside of the wall if the player has really high curve. But overall, good rule of thumb, third to fourth player in the wall, give it about 1 to 2 bars of power. So for me, appreciate it, by the way, for anyone that's made it this far. Hopefully this is helping. If you're under 22 meters, maybe 23, I'm giving it about 1 bar, maybe 1.5 bar of power. Again, if the player has really bad shot power, that may change things. But for the most part, you're probably not shooting with someone with 60 shot power. And then if I'm outside of that 23 meter range, I will start to add a little bit more power to the shot, 2, maybe upwards of 3. But honestly, something I did notice a little bit is you can still give low shot power from further distances. Obviously, it just won't put as much power behind the ball, but it will still give you good accuracy. Very, very nice. So for me, third or fourth person in the wall, typically, if you can, I don't always have 2 good free kick takers on my team, but if you do, I typically like lefties on the right, righties on the left. As you're seeing here, though, having someone that can curl it from the outside in is really nice. So it doesn't matter overall too much on the foot you have. It's more so for if somebody has the goalie moving a lot, but most people don't really move their goalie on a free kick. So send the player on a run by doing a fake shot, calling them short. I like using this a lot. You're probably seeing it in all my examples. I like to give it as a bait run. If I notice my opponent, is keeping a guy on the line all the time or something like that, then I'll just actually make the pass and just take the free angle. As you're going to see, pay attention when I'm doing the decoy run. A lot of the times, they don't even guard the decoy run either. So it allows me, if I want, I can make the pass. I have the choice. Overall, I like to shoot direct most of the time because who doesn't, Just like in real life, I'm trying to bang the free kick. We're not trying to lay it off. But hopefully this tutorial helped you make some sense. Go back if needed. And if you have any other tutorials or questions, let me know. Thank you for anyone that's made it this far. More videos to come. And as always, stay wiggly.